It's hard to find friends. Do you ever feel that maybe your friends don't call you that much? Hang out with you, be with you, think about you, maybe even calling you. Someone's trying to call me now. Let me hit decline. Hello? For next week, like we could always do something for next week, right? Like next, oh, schedule, like reschedule this. Oh my God, yeah, we should like totally hang out. Make plans that actually never fall through. Realizing we're in our 30s now and let's go make some friends. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Be Kind J. If you guys don't know, welcome, my name is Janyell. I make self-improvement videos and today we're gonna go over how to make friends. Now, I feel like this is more for female based because I've done some studies based off of just for females alone. Let's jump into this video because I'm like super excited about this. So let's go. I feel you need to write down, especially as a woman, write down the qualities of a friend that you would prefer to have. What do they need to have that kind of makes you fulfilled? And I just want to clarify this too. The same way we kind of write a layout of what kind of man we want for our future and who we want to be with, not anyone, like not even a female friend or a boyfriend or a significant other is gonna cross off or check off every box on that list. And don't be so hard, like some people have better qualities than maybe what you prefer and some people may not have what you need, but you'll be able to kind of sort out what would you accept and what is like your deal breakers. I'm sorry guys, my bangs are bothering me and I just feel that if I just cover it with glasses, things are just gonna get better. So first one, no, did we go to the first one? Yeah, we did. Second step number 2, join some type of class. Like, I'm so serious. Anything that you really wanted to do, anything that maybe you've been like putting off. For example, I just recently signed up to dance classes. Now, I have been putting this off for about 2 to 3 months and I told myself I can take dance classes and I can also make new friends. Why not? Yeah, you need to break that ice of your comfort zone for yourself, you know. And that whole you're too busy thing really irks me when people say that. Because having a friend, having a partner, making a difference, all that stuff, making a difference in a friendship, all that stuff matters when you invest. Like, no matter how busy you think you are, all that stuff matters when you invest. You have to invest in a friendship. You can't just be friends with somebody and then not make some type of effort. And that doesn't mean that you have to hang out every day. But if you could at least pick up the phone and try to chat with them when you can, or, you know, call them when you can, or text them when you can, whatever is your communication of trying to reach out. Because I totally understand about not hanging out all the time, because when I was in school, working as well, it was hard. I moved to another state. I did not catch up with anyone. But the way that I catched up was voice notes. So I didn't physically see them, but I would make time for them. So that whole busy thing, it's like, you might as well click off the video now, because if you're not gonna make an effort to have a friend or make a friend, then you're not gonna have one. Like, they don't just magically appear. It takes 2 to tango, even in a friendship. Another way is attending meetups. Now, for example, there is like an app called Meetups. I'm gonna be honest with you, I personally used that like maybe like a couple years ago and it was a little wonky for me because when I used Meetups, it was during COVID, so it was very virtual events. Now I feel like now they probably have more things that are more in person where you can meet up. But I'm not even just talking about Meetups like the app, I'm also talking about get familiar with your neighborhood, your town, or whether you're in a city, get familiar with the area, because 9 out of 10 times if you kind of Google on Facebook or like Instagram the social events that go on in your neighborhood, you'll find something. And that's another way to get out of your comfort zone if you don't have like a particular thing that you're trying to do, like whether it's yoga or Pilates or whatever class you're trying to take. Like, let's say you're trying to do something that's a little bit more affordable. I would jump into an event where it's not a full commitment of paying, I don't know, a bundle for a month to get into a course or class, where you can go to an event and show up one day and see if you like it or not. A lot of things in life are trial and error. So if you don't like something, at least you tried it, and that way you know. Whew. The next point is being approachable and being open. Now this is kind of hard because some people, I feel, especially females, don't act like you're not, because even myself, I'm trying to learn how to do this a little bit better. Be open-minded and less judgmental. I'm serious, guys. As a woman, stop being so damn judgmental. Be open, be friendly. Getting a friend, I feel like it's almost like going on a date. It's like going on a friend date. You're trying to see if you're compatible. I mean, think about it that way. This is your person that may be for life, or maybe for a quarter of your life, maybe be for a season. You don't know, but what you do know is how you approach this person, how you interact, and see if something works out later. So my best advice is I don't like shun everybody away. The only way that I would not talk to a person and like, let's say I don't interact with them, is that we have nothing in common and they're below my standards. And what I mean by that, before we jump on me, is that I'm not gonna have someone that's a drug addict as a friend. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna have somebody that's not educated. Sorry. That's my opinion, that's my prerogative, that's my choice. And I won't have somebody that is having multiple partners. If they're not faithful people, I feel like if you have a friend group that is kind of mysterious and very dishonest, and their heart and their aura and their soul is not in the right place, then you're not going to be in the right place. So always be careful to pick these people wisely, because these would be your future friends or your present friends, you know? So my next point is using social media. So I actually have done this in my previous location, not the location I'm in now, but my previous location. I used to live right kind of like across like a huge well-known park in the state that I used to live in, and there was like a festival going on, and I knew there was like an event happening, so I went to go get some like street food and stuff, and I bumped into one of these girls, and we like exchanged Instagrams. We're not like friends, like close friends, but we know of each other. I was able to find like locations of like where she went to. Now this may sound like a stalker, because you're just like, oh, why would I go this far? But if you're trying to get new ideas, this is an easier way too. You don't have to like, it's not the fact like you're stalking their life, you're just really stalking the fact of where people are going, where's the trending places, where are the hippie hoppy places to go to. I mean, that's not a bad thing, right? I would be able to find like areas that she went to and all these new places. So, or I would ask her politely and be like, hey, you know, I just saw that you went to this place. Can you tell me a little bit about it? How is it? You know, was it far? Blah, blah, blah. Like, and it was nice because it opens the door to a conversation, and it even opens the door to even welcoming somebody to be like, hey, do you want to come with me next time? It never got that far. I think for me, I made the mistake of not even asking, and that goes into my next point. Be brave, be bold. You don't have to feel like you have enough ego, or you don't have to feel like, oh, like somebody should ask you out to go hang out. No, be that person to even ask out friends too. You know, invite people, make a gathering, create a gathering that where you could be like, hey, you know, I'm going to this kickboxing class, you want to come? And if somebody says no, someone says no, right? There's so many fishes out there of friendships. And then that kind of goes into my next point, is being a good listener. You know, really listen to like what people are talking about, what your future friend is talking about and saying, understanding. And if you don't understand what they're talking about, reciprocate it. Like, be like, oh, what you're saying is yada, 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 XYZ. And then they can kindly repeat it to you. Like, even if it's not interesting, at least be respectful to not waste someone's time. Like, if you're planning to make a friend date and you're not okay with it, or maybe you're uncomfortable, or maybe it was the wrong decision, at least use the time wisely to be respectful enough to listen to the person, acknowledge them. At least you tried, put in the effort, and if it doesn't happen, on to the next one. That's it, you know. But being a good listener in general will get you so far in a friendship, because you're giving what you would probably want for yourself, but you're giving it to somebody else. So I always believe it's a sense of service, that we're all meant to serve others. And that type of sense of service always reflects back on you. You know, good karma, you get good karma back. And lastly, using social apps, and I'm not just talking about just Meetup. I did see an app, and I actually did try it, Bumble with Friends. And I know there's a lot of like friendly social apps and stuff, but this one I personally liked because I tried the free version, and you could have like a certain amount of likes where you can have access to certain, I think it was like a small frame of people, maybe like the first 20 or 30 people, I don't remember, it was a couple months back. And it actually worked for me. I was able to communicate, make new friendships, but again, I was just like going through so much emotions in my life. I think there was a lot of things going on within that month frame that I kind of fell off. But it kind of just shows you, like, if you're not gonna put an effort, then you're not gonna create these friendships. But I would say give it a try, because so far I did like it. And what I liked about Bumble is that it's like almost like dating apps, like creating a bio, showing photos, like if you wanted to be more on like the Instagram level where you could like share your Instagram. The one thing I do want to say is, for people that are more private, where you don't really want your photos or your bio or any information about you out there, then I don't suggest you going on a social app. If you think that you're more private and you kind of just show one picture and it's not even your face, sis, I'm not gonna be friends with you. Like, I'm sorry to say this, like, I kind of want to know what this person looks like. I want to see what your pictures are. I want to know what they look like, and even in the background. Because if it looks like you're just partying all the time, that's not a friend for me. Whoa. But pay attention to what you really can commit to, what you would want to do, and how you want to do it. Because if you're more of a private person, I would suggest then you would go to like a social event and try to get yourself out of your comfort zone, or attending any classes, like whether it was yoga or etc., to go that route. Because if the whole app or social media thing doesn't work out for you, then you don't have to. So guys, thank you so much. You guys made it to the end of the... Hi, it's me again, and I definitely cut the video short, but I just need to put in this point as well. I know the video is mostly about, how to make friends and how to make sure you choose the right friends, but also reevaluate your current friends, because you never know. And Apollo says hi. Hello. He kind of says hi. Reevaluate your current friends, because you never know. Like, sometimes you think that maybe your friendship was meant to be forever, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's for a season, sometimes it's for a short time, sometimes it's for temporarily of just multiple months, maybe years, maybe seasons, like I mentioned. You never know. So the one thing I do want to bring up is that, remember how the first advice I gave you was about what you would want in a friendship? Well, you need to make sure you make that same list for the friends that you have now, if they're even being good friends, if they're being honest, and they're very healthy in your, in your tribe and in your aura. Because friends can change, lives can change, years can change, seasons can change, so you never know. Long story short, I have recently lost a friend, and I honestly believe I love her, and I always will love her. I wish her the best of luck, and I have nothing bad to say about her. I honestly believe the friendship that we lost is pretty much because we just grew up. We are on totally two different timelines, and also we're also like in different states now, where we used to be in the same states. So I just think time just gets ahead of you and people drift. Now, that doesn't mean that I can't get that friendship back later on in my life. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, who knows? But either way, like, let's say you are letting go of a friendship, always wish the best for somebody. Because I'm telling you right now, karma is I'm telling you, if you do not wish the best, or if you do not think good fortune of them, then you're not gonna get that in return. Always make sure your heart is cleansed. Always make sure your heart is not full of grief and grudges. I love her, I always will love her, and if things don't work out now, maybe they work out later, like I mentioned. If they don't, I still wish her the best. So if you guys like this video, please hit the button like, subscribe if you haven't, and take care, and I'll see you in another video. Love you guys. Hey! Yeah! Oh my god, I can't believe you called me. I'm free now. You free? I'm free now, yeah. What do you... Yeah, you wanna hang out? Yeah, okay. Let me just... Let me just check my calendar. Okay, calendar says I'm not available for this weekend, girl. I'm just so sorry.